What's up everyone, Soup here, and today I got a brand new bike to show you guys. I have the 2024 CRF250F. This is the trail bike, and I just got it, and I'm excited to give you guys the first impressions. I got it out here at the field. We got the MX track over there. It's a little grown up, but we're gonna take a ride on that. We're gonna take a ride on the trails. We're gonna do some hill climbs, and I'm basically just gonna put it through its paces and give you guys kind of my opinion, first impressions, sort of review of this bike. Before we get into the video, please drop a like if you want to see more content like this. If you have any questions about the CRF250F, let me know. Drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them, make a video on your question. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos on this bike. Let's hop into it. Let's get on the bike. We'll see how this thing performs. So, as I mentioned before, this is the trail bike version. Honda makes a CRF250R, which is the motocross version, and a CRF250RX, I believe, which is the woods like racing 4-stroke 250. But this one is the trail bike, kind of to be compared with the TTR 230. It's in their trail lineup. So you got the CRF 110, which is like the kids bike. Then you have the CRF 125 RL, I think, or something like that. And this thing is sort of like the full size version. So I think it's good for like beginner adults, and also even adults like me who I'm experienced. I've been riding since I was 4 years old, and this bike is so fun. I mean, I've only been on it, just test drove it at the dealership, gave it a little test ride, and then this is my first time taking it on the trails, and man, is this thing like playful, fun to hop around on, and just, I mean, it gives you confidence. Like, you can really shred it and throw it around as we get into some tight sections here. You can hop it, give it a little throttle blip, and yeah, honestly, I think this bike would be really good for a beginner for sure. And actually, the reason I bought it is I got a lot of friends without bikes, and my girlfriend as well, and I let her ride my motocross bikes, but they're just too big. This bike is way better to introduce someone to riding on. Very forgiving. The power delivery is super easy, and it's shorter than the MX bikes or the bigger like race bikes, but it's still big enough where it's not going to be like small and kind of sketchy. So you can do bigger stuff on it. Let's try to cross a log. Easy log crossing. Man, this thing is fun. Like, when I tell you I am having a blast on this thing, it's hard to find neutral on, I'll tell you that much. As I stall it, already got this thing dirty. Man, this thing handles the trails nice. Like, the suspension is not amazing compared to a like a race woods bike, enduro bike like the 250X, but it's not bad either. And most people riding this bike are probably not going to be doing this type of stuff, or at least not as demanding. They might be doing trails, but at least not as demanding. And I'll tell you, even with these demanding trails at this fast speed, it really handles it nicely. I wouldn't be worried at all to take this thing through its paces. Let's try a hill climb. But yeah, so far, as far as it goes in the woods, for a beginner, oh, it just tractors up the hill climb. That's sweet. But yeah, for a beginner, I would give this thing a 10 out of 10 in the woods, honestly. And for someone more experienced like me, I would give it, I mean, it's not in the same category as a race enduro bike. I'd still give it a pretty high number. I'd say for like normal single track, 7 out of 10. For really fast speeds and hopping over logs and stuff. For like hard enduro, I haven't done any of that, but I'd imagine it doesn't perform as good. But you know, really good scores, honestly. Let's take it on the moto track and sort of see how it does here. Now for someone just learning, I will say, let me do a little experiment here. So we're on flat ground. We're in first gear. I'm just gonna let the clutch out and watch what happens. Slowly let the clutch out, no throttle as you can see, and it didn't stall. Now you can't dump the clutch, it'll stall then. But if you slowly let the clutch out, no throttle, this thing does not stall. That makes it perfect for someone who's a beginner just learning how to ride, especially if they're a taller beginner and adult. This thing would be literally my first choice. So let's spin some moto laps and see how this thing does. Try to avoid the mud as best we can because it's been raining all week long. I'm not gonna send it off any doubles. I don't know if that's what it's designed for. I'm sure we could jump it in the future, but right now this is my first time on it. I'm just gonna take it easy. We'll pick up some speed though, see how it handles under high speed over some obstacles. So this thing is fuel injected, so you don't have to worry about the finicky stuff with the carburetor that you have to worry about. And the electric start is so nice to have. Man, I'm loving this thing. This is like a fun bike to ride. It's like a tractor. A really fun tractor. So, I mean, on the moto stuff, for a beginner, once again, this thing is amazing. Obviously, I probably wouldn't jump it and do anything crazy, do any extreme jumps, but little tiny doubles, taking the rollers and stuff. The suspension's adequate enough that it'll handle it. I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, you can clutch it up, you can get over little bumps and logs. I am pleasantly surprised with this thing. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Wow, I mean, overall, guys, for the price, this thing is totally worth it. I mean, it shreds. For a beginner, it's perfect, super tame at low speeds. And for someone like me who, the reason I got it was because I have a lot of friends and my girlfriend who want to get into riding, or at least just want to hang out with me while I'm riding, like follow me around to the trails and stuff. And I want them to be there, you know, I want to kind of foster that community. But I don't want to give them something that it's intimidating to them or they're going to get hurt on. So I think even if you're someone who's experienced like me and you want to get a bike that's just kind of all around nice for anyone, even your friends who don't ride, this is a perfect option. But if you're a beginner and you've like not had any experience on a motorcycle off-road and you're an adult, get this bike. Like, seriously, drop everything and get this bike now, because as you can see, I'm experienced and I'm not grown out of this thing. I can have fun on this thing even now. Plus, it's great to learn on. So man, I say the 2024 Honda CRF250F is a fantastic bike. Fantastic. You can also wheelie this thing really good. I just found out. Super forgiving. I think this is going to be actually a really good bike to learn how to wheelie on too. Has disc brakes in the back, which makes it awesome. I feel confident in it, a little more confident than the drum brakes, which the 125 has and the 110s have. So disc brakes in the rear, super forgiving throttle, makes it great for learning wheelies. I would assume. I mean, I'm not really good at wheelies yet, but I have enjoyed it so far. Drop it back. Give it a little brake tap, and you're good to go, man. So thank you guys for watching. If you do have any questions at all, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you had anything in mind that you were curious about, that you want me to answer, definitely leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to make a video on it. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe to see more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Soup out.